Alright guys, welcome back to So That's Gaming. We're going to continue this little build vlog that we got going on, and I'm not sure how many videos it's going to take up, but we're going to separate it out into a couple. That way you're not sitting here for like an hour while I'm putting everything together. So I'm just going to get the power supply just installed in here. It's a fully modular power supply, 850 watts. Go ahead and get this out of here real quick. And I had also ordered a cable mod set for this. That way I don't have to use the V's. That way I can have them all individually, you know, sleeved and combed out, so it looks all nice when it's all cable managed inside the case here. So got our power supply here, and so we'll get our power supply here. This is an 80 plus gold certified power supply, 850 watts. I suppose since you're not really going to see much of the power supply in the build in general, there wasn't really much of a reason for me to get the white one, other than the fact that it just looked nice. But you know, what are you gonna do? So we'll get this put over here, and let's get this little stop thing here. It's to be used to adjust, get it nice and snug. So get our little iFixit kit here. Nice, perfect fit there. Oh yeah, like a glove. And get our 4 screws here that came with our power supply. It looks like I'm gonna have to move this over just slightly. Got a slight gap here. I'll turn this and see if you can kind of see that here. And so kind of got a bit of a gap here, so I'll make sure I get that pushed all the way over, get that gap closed before I tighten down all the screws. So there we are. All right. I shouldn't have to take that out again. I don't think there's anything behind that. I should have access to all the cable routing, and it comes with the RGB hub, and the fans that I got for it should also come with another one, because there'll be a total of what, 3, 2, and 6, and then eventually 2 more on the bottom. But I don't think, I actually might be fine where I'm at, so I should actually be good with the one hub. So we'll see. Yeah, so we'll do more with this when we get closer to that. But next I'm gonna put this panel back on real quick, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about the motherboard and get the processor and everything installed into it. So we got our processor here, our M.2. Now the MP600 is a well, both of these are NVMe, but this one is PCI Gen 4 4X, and I didn't spend the extra money to get a second Gen 4, so this one's just Gen 3, but it'll be good enough. Now I only went with the 1 terabyte for the main boot drive, just because it's going to have the OS and like all like main programs that I use. You know, Steam will be on there. Other programs like video editor will be on there. Benchmarking stuff will be on there, but all the actual games and stuff, I'll use this. And then I store a lot of the other my edited video content on that other drive, and so because I don't need all the extra room. Let's see if we can get this where we want here. So that'll work. And so, and again, we got the white RGB Vengeance Pro DDR4 memory, 32 gigs. So we got 4 sticks here, 3200 megahertz, and our Asus motherboard. Now, on here, there's a sticker on here. Does it say on the box? No, it does not. There's actually not a sticker on the box, but on the motherboard, you will need a BIOS update for this board, and probably a lot of the X570 boards that have been out there. I know they're still making these, and depending on when you order your board will kind of determine what BIOS it ships with. But this one shipped with 2407. Now, to be compatible with the Ryzen 5000 series, this one I think I needed like 2808. The version number for your board is going to be different than if you have a different board. But if, for example, if you were to get this board, I think on majority of Asus boards, there's a little barcode, and the last 4 digits, let me see if I can get you to, is the current BIOS version. Now, had this not been updated, this 5900X wouldn't work. It wouldn't be able to post, because unfortunately this motherboard doesn't come with a BIOS flashback feature, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. So you'll need another processor that's currently compatible with this generation, or with that BIOS, and then get it, post it, and then flash to BIOS, and then remove that processor and put your 5900X in there afterwards. So I had already done that. I didn't want to bore you with all those fancy details, so let's go ahead and get this CPU installed. Now, if you guys are getting a Ryzen 5000 series processor, regardless of which model you get, knowing how difficult they are to get your hands on, I would definitely take extra care and caution when handling it, just because of, I mean, if this was any other generation, you might, if you accidentally bend a couple pins or whatever else, you might be able to bend them back, or if you received it and had a couple bent pins, you can probably RMA it and get a replacement. But because the scarcity of these processors right now, if you bend any of these pins, or if they arrive bent, you're pretty much out of luck. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure I have this oriented the way I need it to before I lift up the socket and everything, just to make sure here. So on the board, if you guys are watching this as an educational thing, you guys, if you see a pin pattern, you'll see there's diagonal pin patterns on each corner, except for one. There's more of a square pattern on one corner, and that's the corner you want to look for on the bottom of your processor. Now, I'll also usually mark one of the corners gold, or there'll be a gold dot. In this case, it's right here, a little small gold dot right there in the corner, and that will correspond with that odd pin. So I make sure that, there we are. All right, just like so. Lift up the retention arm here and carefully remove the processor. And get the holes to line up. There it is. It's in there. I always like to kind of just hold it down a little bit, and then there. Whew. The first scary part done. Case badges. Do you use them on your case? You just throw them in the garbage, put them back in the box? What do you do? Let me know in the comment section below. I may or may not put on the case. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Next, what I'm going to do, I don't think I'll install this, just to keep from any problems from when I'm actually installing Windows. I might install this after Windows is all set up. So let's go and get the Corsair MP600 out, and we will come out. Well, it doesn't want you to take it out, does it? There we are. There. I put it in there upside down. What a bunch of garbage. All right. There it is. Oh. All right, so it looks like the screws are not currently in the board for the M.2, so they're likely in the box. So I'm just gonna set this off to the side and we'll grab those. There they are. Little tiny things. Okay, this, I don't know, I've had my fair share of motherboards throughout the years, but this one comes with a pin header adapter, so you can like hook up all your wires for the front panel connector inside the case into this, and all you have to do is just bloop, right, plug that into the board. That's kind of neat. So when we're getting this set up for the case, we'll get that all hooked up, so that way it goes all together that much quicker. All right, so as long as I don't make a mess out of this, get my little tray here. Let's dump these out here. Okay. So again, this is the Gen 4 4X PCIe NVMe drive. But if you want to know the specs, here's the specs here down here at the bottom. All right. So gotta get one of these little bases and screw that into here. I want this little fix-it kit here. There we are. And we'll use the iFixit kit to install it here. Get that tightened down. All right, just snug. All right. Get a screwdriver bit in here. Hopefully, there we are. Is that magnetic? Install the M.2 drive. Come on. There we are. Plop that bad boy down. Make sure this is damn. I had too much coffee this morning. There we are. I'll just give it nice, just a little bit of just a little snug. You don't want tight. No. All right. So processor, M.2 drive. Next, let's go ahead and get our memory out here. So look at that. Isn't that pretty? Boy, wouldn't it have been nice if I could have got Corsair to sponsor something, and but just not that fortunate. So now, a little bit of information while I'm opening these things. The Ryzen 5000 series offers 24 PCIe Gen 4 lanes, and so basically a breakdown would be 16 for the one slot or 8x8, and then 4 for PCIe or for like an NVMe. The additional 4 lanes left over get contributed to the chipset, and the X570 chipset offers an additional 16 PCI Gen 4 lanes, so giving you a total of 40 lanes. So when I go to install the other M.2 drive, which is actually under this heatsink right here, that will get 4 lanes as well. Granted, they'll be like turned down to PCI Gen 3, but that's all right. Yeah. And this lights up, it's all RGB, and this lights up, it's RGB. And this has an RGB header here. I think it's only got the one, if I remember correctly. Oh, no, it's got 2. So it's one at the top of the board. It looks like it has 2 different types of RGB headers. It looks like an addressable and a regular RGB header. So yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and get this other one opened up here. This is 7. Firm click. 7, 8. And then 9. All right. There's that. All right. So there we go. All right. So that's that. So far, so good. Let's go ahead and I might go ahead and install this. I don't know. Why not? I mean, I'm sure Windows is smart enough to allow me to select which drive. I mean, one's 1 terabyte, one's 2 terabyte. Let's go and open this up, just take a look. If it gives me any problems, I can always open up the system and take it out. No big deal, right? So this is kind of neat. So here you are. This is a Sabrent Rocket NVMe PCIe. Oh, this even tells you what size, 2280. Right here, PCIe Gen 3 X4, 2 terabyte. So it comes in this little, inside it's got a little metal case comes in. It's kind of neat. So no, there's no additional tape to open it, just I think with registration it includes a copy of Acronis disk imager, I think. So, and so there's that. I was originally going to order a heatsink for this, but then I remembered the motherboard has one built onto it already. So let me go ahead and get that off of there and see what we're working with. Yeah. So there's, is this the, okay. All right. I think these might just stay on the, yeah. All right. All right. Huh. So it's got a little pad here. I'm guessing, yeah, there's a little bit of a plastic film that comes off that allows you to make better contact for the thermal transfer material. 2280. So let's get this other bit again and find the one that says 2280 on our motherboard. That's this one right here. Push there. Push that on down. That one wants to come back up. All right. All right, let's get this screw installed here. There we are. Ta-da. Ba-bam. Just like that. All right, we gotta remove this little film here. Look, it even tells you it's idiot proof. It says remove. Huh. There we are. You can barely get your fingers around that. There we are. All right. I think it went this way, right? There we are. And there we are. Tighten that down, tighten that down. Yeah. Okay. All right. There. We're all hooked up there. So I'm going to stop the video here, get the case laid down, and we'll get it set up to drop this in the case, and then we'll pick up where we left off. All right, got the case, panel taken off, got it laid down and everything. This is they introduced a feature, well, not introduced, but they're utilizing a feature that not many case manufacturers use, which I kind of like. they have one standoff that there's no screw. It's just there to kind of support everything, and so I kind of like that. But I'm going to take my bit here and kind of go around, because some of these are loose. I'm just going to make sure they're snug, so that way, I mean, if you've ever done any kind of computer building, and you're going to remove a motherboard, you got to remove the screw that secures the motherboard. You end up taking the standoff out with it, and you're like, damn it. So now this case also does support a a front-facing mount for your graphics card, but with the card that I have, it's kind of like a 2.5 wide slot card, and it'll put it right up against the glass, so it definitely disrupt its cooling capabilities. So that's not going to work too good. A little quick tour here. So here's their LLC fans that it comes with. They're black. I wish they're white, but we're just going to leave those because the LL120 fans, they're like got a bit of a price tag on them. So, but there's a filter here on the bottom that slides out for easier dust removal and whatnot. And there's another one here that you get access to by removing the AIO mount, and also one more here which you get access by removing these or loosening these 2 screws, and it comes out like that and gets you access to that. I have read that there's some people that don't like the fact that you have to do that, but I'm like, what's the big deal? So same with that. So we'll be taking that out. I'll be taking that out when I get ready to hook it up to AIO. I'll probably get the fan installed that I want installed first, and then work on getting all the cable routing done. So let's go and get the motherboard up here real quick. And there is a little bit of plastic, so here's a little bit of peel porn for you. Get my microphone and get it good. Here you go. Like that? I think there's one more. Hold on, let me turn it around. Oh yeah, I got one more back here for the rear IO shield that's installed here. There you go. Ready? There you go. Here you go. Well, that one didn't make as much noise. That one wasn't as fun. Alright, let's put this back. Okay, so grab our motherboard. Carefully line this up here. There's that peg. There we are. Bam. I always like to do an extra visual check to make sure there's not another screw mounting hole that's open that I could potentially put a standoff. But it looks like all of these ones are good to go, and there's not any extras. I mean, I remember back in the day, they'd have like oddball for like different companies put, you know, standoffs in weird spots, but this one doesn't seem to be that way. So there we are. That's installed. There we are. So I think this is where we're gonna turn this one off, and we'll get things ready for the next video, and we'll pick up where we left off. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already done so, be sure and click that subscribe button, get subscribed, and keep coming back for more gaming content. If you want to get notified when I upload new videos, be sure and click the notify me button. And yeah, if you haven't already, if you want to become part of the notification squad, be sure and click the little bell icon, and that way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And yeah, so comment down below if you have any questions or comments, whatever, guys. So we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.